Welcome to the Fleet Geeks podcast. We're here to help develop fleet and transport professionals. Do you want to progress and develop your skills and knowledge? We promise to bring lively conversation and debate around interesting issues and keep you bang up to date with changes in our awesome industry. The Fleet Geeks are a community of professionals, and if you enjoy the podcast, why not join the discussion for free in the Fleet Geek community over on Facebook. Hello and welcome to today's Fleet Geeks podcast. And I'm here today because I wanted to ask, how do you use ChatGPT as a transport manager? Now, I have come up with a load of different ways that you could utilize ChatGPT. So the first question is are you using ChatGPT? Are you using any AI currently in your transport management role or in your fleet management role? But here are some ways that you could utilize the tools available to you. So ChatGPT, you could use to help you with administrative tasks and document drafting. So one of the things I came up with the other day was actually I can have quite a direct approach when I email people, as an example. So I'll email people and they may or may not get offended by what I write because I could be quite direct. And the issue with an email is that it doesn't have as much context as when we talk to each other or have a conversation. So I wrote an email and I copied and pasted it into ChatGPT and said, please make this less aggressive, which it did. It was amazing. It came out with a well-worded and crafted email. So I think that's quite a useful way of using ChatGPT as an example. It might be that you find yourself, you're too wordy with your emails as well. So it's quite a good way to make things more concise or actually to add a little bit of detail and depth as well. So ChatGPT is really useful for admin tasks and document drafting emails, reports, responses to inquiries, information for suppliers or even safety guidelines, those kinds of things. It can have clarity and professionalism. So that's pretty useful, isn't it? So if you're not using it, why not consider it? Next up, policy and compliance guidance. Now, I'm not saying that ChatGPT should write all of your policies, but it could start to formulate some of them for you, couldn't it? And then it can give for you to then be able to go in and help sort of finalize and give the finishing touches. So by all means, I'm not saying fully allow ChatGPT to write your policies, but it can help you start. It can give you a good starting point for sure, and add compliance checklists, create a checklist for you. Those kinds of things is really, really good. A third thing, data interpretation and insights. So what you can do is actually paste some of the data that you're getting, maybe for your fuel metrics, those kinds of things, put in your fuel consumption figures, ask it to create an average for you, all those kinds of things. It can comb through reports for you and find the interesting or salient points. GPT can help with communication and training. So for example, if you wanted to create a quiz or you wanted to do a concise tweet, create that for you. How cool is this, by the way? It's going to do me out of business, the creation. So that's something I often do with ChatGPT. I'll put in that I want to have a meeting regarding such and such with a person. If it goes, it creates me an agenda, which is all properly formed and saves me loads and loads of times. So handling customer inquiries, support complaints, frequently asked questions, those kinds of things. So you can start to add what are the frequently asked questions, and then it can create you a document to help share that with people, right? Wouldn't it be useful to have those frequently asked questions pre-agreed or pre-explained for people so you can send them to them? You can use ChatGPT for that. Obviously, from a scheduling and resource management opportunity there. And then the 8th is around troubleshooting and problem solving. So there's some clever things there around watching out for driver behavioural changes and those kinds of things and staying up to date.
Hello, it's Shani from Flagship Partners. We are really proud to sponsor the Fleet Geeks podcast. If you need expert advice or training for your fleet business, make Flagship Partners your first choice. We are really excited to announce the launch of our Transport Manager Academy. With expert development for fleet leaders, we offer fully accredited initial Transport Manager CPC training, CPC refresher, and operator license awareness training, as well as mentoring, support, and professional development beyond the qualification. Our vision is to develop elite fleet professionals.
But I think I think the key thing to think about with ChatGPT, obviously AI is being embedded into lots of companies' software now. So there's lots of opportunity out there from an AI perspective. But I wanted to just think about today, what could you use ChatGPT for in your day-to-day work to help streamline, to make you a better transport manager, focus on compliance, focus on the areas that really, really matter. And I think when it comes to writing emails, writing responses, commonly asked questions, helping you start right policies, helping you look for the pitfalls, help you create training materials and quizzes for your drivers, those kinds of things that often bog a transport manager down, ChatGPT could be really, really helpful for. So I think that's potentially a really good idea. And I wonder if you've got access to ChatGPT, do you use it on a day-to-day basis? Please do let me know. I'd be really interested to hear how transport managers are currently utilizing ChatGPT in their day-to-day business, because AI is coming, right? And whilst I'm here, I did want to let you know around Allied. So Allied is Flagship's new membership program, and it utilizes AI to help enhance that frequently asked questions, those compliance type questions that you have. Flagship have a membership platform that utilizes this information to be able to help answer your questions and help support you on a day-to-day basis in your transport operation. It's a really, really great tool, and I will put the link to the webpage in the show notes, because if you haven't already had a look at Allied, it's a really, really good alternative to the expensive memberships that you pay for RHA and Logistics UK. Allied clients at Flagship get 20% off all our consultancy and training services, as well as Toolbox Talks. They get access to our quarterly webinars where we're talking about transport manager briefings and those kinds of things. And you also get access to templates around doing audits for your health and safety, your HR, and your operator license compliance. You can even take platinum where those audits are included as well. But the AI advice service is absolutely fantastic and what you need, and it's 24/7. So you can have that call center literally on the end of your laptop at any time when you need it and on demand. And it's peer reviewed. So what that means is the advice it's given, you're able to grade it, and then you're able to send a response to us. And there's still a human check-in at the other end to be able to make sure that the advice you're getting is correct. So if that's of interest, do get in touch this week. Allied is out and being used by many of our clients who are really, really enjoying the benefits that it's giving them. And if you haven't already, start to look at AI, have a play with ChatGPT. It's a really useful tool. Anyway, take care, guys. Nice to see you all, and see you on the next podcast. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please share with your friends and colleagues too. Join us for free on Facebook with the Fleet Geeks community for transport and fleet managers. Fleet Geeks offers ongoing professional development, networking and mentoring too. So get in touch with me, Pete Rushmer, on any social media platform to find out more.